You can't tell me how to feel. I killed a dozen snow ogres last week. That's a personal record. Good.
I'm David Sobolov, and going backwards, I am now Drax on Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy animated series on Disney XD. I am Gorilla Grodd on The Flash on the CW. Asmodan in Diablo 3 and Heroes of the Storm. I was ROBOCOP years ago. That was fun. Almost nothing. I like to discover the part as the character would. So I'll see the character, but it's almost all emotional based. This really comes from my Meisner training. I understand what's going on in the scene, but I try to live the scene as it's happening. I especially do that with Drax because there's an aspect of Drax where he really doesn't understand language the way other people do. So when he hears something that isn't literal, it ends up being a joke to us, but to him he's just being literal. It's like someone will say, oh, well, that's over your head. And he'll say, there is not anything over your head at the moment. And that becomes really funny. It's especially funny if you don't overthink it. You have to do some preparation. You have to read the script and understand, what world you're in. But for the most part, I try to live in the moment the way the character does. When I'm talking to you while you're interviewing me, I'm just being me. When I'm playing a character, people think the first thing they do is put on this big character voice, and that's the character. What really matters about the character is what's underneath, and that's what Meisner taught me. He taught me to act truthfully under given imaginary circumstances. And there aren't any crazier circumstances than a video game or an episode of animation. There are some people that are really amazing at doing character voices, and the successful ones that you see are working. But there's a lot of people that think it's just about doing a funny voice, and it so isn't. And if I hadn't trained with Meisner, I wouldn't have a career. I never try to be a star. I never try to be a celebrity. I never try to be anything more than David Sobolov from Windsor, Ontario, and just coming in to do a job. And if you stay humble and you stay kind, you're going to have a long career. I feel really strongly about that because I think there's so many huge egos in this business. You will not see it in voice acting that much. We're very supportive of each other. There was a situation with Fred Tatasciore, who I adore. We were doing Star Trek Into Darkness, and we were both playing Klingons. We did all the Klingon voices that you hear in that movie except for the main Klingon. And we both recorded the same script. And we helped each other. You had the fellow who created the Klingon language standing right beside us, helping us. But it was really hard, because if you go, and this is not correct Klingon, but if you go, ukak, and it's supposed to be ukak, cut, do it again. It's got to be exactly right, because people know this language. So I went in and I did the role with the script in front of me, making tons and tons of notes. With Mr. Okran was standing beside me telling me what to do, and then it was Fred's turn, and I handed him my script. There you go. And he would have done the same for me. This is David Sobolov asking you to subscribe to the Verite Voiceover YouTube channel. Use as directed. Under 17 may not be admitted without parent. The characters I play are in the studio. When we're here talking, it's just me. So I don't feel like I need to perform in an interview. I just want to have a chat. And that's actually the most interesting interview you can have.